Well, our focus, the tsunami, BJP tsunami in Maharashtra. After nearly 9 years, Maharashtra civic body elections across 29 municipal corporations have delivered a clear and politically loaded verdict. From Mumbai to Pune, Thane to Nagpur, Pimpri-Chinchwad to Nasik, voters have handed a decisive edge to BJP-led Mahayuti, turning what were meant to be a hyper-local contest into a statewide political statement. Well, this undoubtedly is Devendra Fadnavis's moment. Trends across 227 wards of the BMC, India's richest civic body, and 28 other corporations point to a near sweep for the BJP Mahayuti alliance, leaving the Shiv Sena-led bloc far, far behind, to say it in the simplest way. Home Minister Amit Shah has called it a historic success and a people's endorsement, while Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, during his victory parade, declared that BJP had written history once again in the 2025-26 municipal elections. This is more than a municipal victory. The BJP has not only improved on its best ever BMC tally of 82 seats in 2017, but has also decisively ended nearly 3 decades of Shiv Sena dominance over Mumbai's civic administration. Since 1997, the BMC was the Thackerays family's political crown jewel and financial backbone. For the first time in almost 30 years, no Thackerays will control India's richest municipal body. That alone marks a tectonic shift in Maharashtra politics. At the center of this transformation stands Devendra Fadnavis. The BJP's improved urban performance reflects meticulous booth-level planning, calibrated candidate selection, and a strategy that successfully fused governance credentials with alliance arithmetic. For Fadnavis, this election cements his status as the BJP's most effective mass leader in Maharashtra. The much-hyped reunion of cousins Uddhav and Raj Thackeray was meant to consolidate the Marathi Manus. The Marathi Manus vote and mount a cultural counter to BJP Shinde combined. Instead, it exposed the limits of identity politics in a rapidly changing metropolis. The campaign pushed beyond Marathi Asmita into questions of Marathi Astitwa, with Raj Thackeray even projecting the polls as a last chance to save Mumbai from outsiders. But Mumbai's electorate, diverse, aspirational and deeply urban, did not respond. In fact, they did, but very differently. Voters appear to have prioritized governance, stability and delivery over every emotive identity appeal. The defeat raises uncomfortable questions about whether the Thackerays brand, once synonymous with Mumbai's civic power, still resonates with the city's new demography. The Congress chose to go solo in Mumbai, aligning with the Vanchit Bahujan Agadi and the Rashtriya Samaj Paksha. The experiment yielded little. Despite hoping to consolidate Muslim and Dalit votes, the party failed to emerge as a credible challenger. Its steady erosion in India's financial capital. Ajit Pawar's NCP faction also contested independently, backing Nawab Malik despite BJP objections. The gamble appears to have backfired, with the party struggling to make an impact and possibly winning just 1 ward out of 37 contested for both Congress and the NCP. The BMC verdict underscores a deeper crisis: organizational weakness in urban India and an inability to convert minority vote arithmetic into electoral success. Though civic elections are local by design, the BMC result carries national symbolism. Mumbai reflects a cross-section of India's urban middle class, migrants, professionals and informal workers. A strong BJP showing here reinforces the party's growing dominance in metropolitan India. Crucially, it builds the BJP's momentum from the 2024 Maharashtra Assembly elections and extends it into the urban civic space. Not just that, remember, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, the next election pit stops. For the India Bloc, the Mumbai verdict is a warning. It's beyond a warning. Despite showing signs of revival in the national elections, the opposition has once again failed to unite or present a compelling urban alternative to the BJP. In fact, has been completely decimated. The bigger question now looms large. Can the BJP be checkmated in non-BJP states heading into elections this year? West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Before I introduce my guests, very quickly, let's listen in to what Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde have had to say.
आज महाराष्ट्र में 29 महानगर पालिका के चुनाव में 25 जगह पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी और मित्रों का विजय हुआ है। महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर पूर्ण विश्वास दिखाया है। हमारे अध्यक्ष रविंद्र चौहान जी के नेतृत्व में महाराष्ट्र का ये महाविजय महाराष्ट्र की जनता को और हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को हम समर्पित करते हैं।
Being joined by Advocate Aniket Nikam, who is a spokesperson for BJP. I'm also being joined by Jayant Menkar, who is a political analyst. And I'm also being joined by Rennie Abraham. Thank you very much, all three of you, for joining us. A very, very big day. But first, very quickly, Advocate Aniket Nikam, congratulations. It's a big day for you. It's a big day for the party. What do you have to say? What is it that the party is getting the biggest signal from this win?
Thank you very much. I think people of Maharashtra have voted for politics of development over politics of appeasement. If you could see, Devendra ji has throughout during the campaign has maintained that he is going to speak only on Vikas and Vikas alone. And he addressed only on the issues of development and progress that they intend to bring in the state of Maharashtra, in the state of Mumbai. And on the other side, the Thackerays brothers were trying to speak about Asmita of Marathi Manus. Even Marathi Manus did not buy this argument of Thackerays brothers, and that's why they have been voted out of power. So I think this is a big win, and all credit goes to the organizational skills of every Karyakarta as well as the vision of our leaders, that is the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis ji, Ravindra Chauhan ji, and all other leaders of Maharashtra.
Okay, all right. Rennie Abraham, senior journalist, joins us. Rennie Abraham, has Maharashtra now responded to the outsider debate? And this has huge ramifications for the states that will be going in for elections very soon, but that's for a little while later. Has Maharashtra now forever settled the outsider debate?
Well, you're absolutely right. The debate on the outsider was never a real issue in Maharashtra to begin with, because Maharashtra has had, boasting of the financial capital of India, that is Mumbai city. It has always been a very cosmopolitan mix of citizenry, and this bogey of the outsider was never something that had a, connect with the voters, people living here, because, my ancestral roots are from Kerala, but I am a typical Mumbaiker. I'm born and brought up in the city 55 years ago, and therefore I've never felt that disconnect with any segment of society, and I have never been discriminated despite my ancestral roots being non-Marathi speaking. So my point is, the point you make is absolutely right. The outsider debate was never really a debate. It was only a political mechanization that came into play typically whenever there was an election around the corner, and it never really cut ice with the genuine citizen, if I may put it that way. So it's never been an issue, but it's always made an issue.
Okay, Giant Mankar. I mean, look at what we are looking at. 2026, BMC, no Thackere hold. The United Pawar power play has been decimated, has completely fallen.
Yeah.
This is Maharashtra speaking like never before. This is not just Mumbai speaking. This is Maharashtra speaking like never before.
Well, though whatever that has, as a journalist, whatever that outcome is there, you must accept it, because you cannot say still, no, something will happen and all that. It's a fact that for the three consecutive terms in assembly, Devendra Fadnavis could get over 100 seats for his party, and now he got 27 municipal corporations or whatever, and particularly BMC. But in BMC, it is just touch and go. I think the tally of both Shiv Sena and BJP is reaching somewhere 114. It is a touch and go. But anyway, also it's a consecutive victory. This has increased the graph of Devendra Fadnavis at national level. After Narendra Modi, who among these talks, the first names who have soft-spoken, urbanized, English knowing and everything. So Devendra Fadnavis goes much ahead of Yogi Adityanath and others. This is the first achievement, though I have my reservations about the Chief Minister saying that if Uddhav Thackere would come to power, then Khan would be the mayor and all that. I have my own reservations about his credibility. But the fact I am saying, within BJP, his graph has increased, and we will not be surprised. Of course, it depends on Narendra Modi's exit. As long as Narendra Modi is there, there is no question of another prime minister's name. But and after Narendra Modi's exit, Devendra Fadnavis would be one of the first premier choices.
No, listen, Jayant, you have gone way too far, Jayant. PMs exist, PMs non-exit. I mean, you are taking a very, very different tangent. But let me come back to the core. The core of ours today is what's happened in Maharashtra. My question to you at this point, Advocate Aniket, you just heard what Jayant Mankar said, and I want to ask you an important perspective from that. Jayant Mankar has said, listen, it's a touch and go for BMC.
Yeah.
It's not a sweep for BMC. It depends upon which side the opposition wants to see. You want to see that for the first time in 60 years, you don't have a Thackere. You want to see that for the absolute decimation of the Pawars coming together, the united family picture that they have tried to portray. All of that nowhere existing. Voters have not bought. Or are you choosing to see the touch and go?
I would only say, Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar. From past 25 years, Thackerays were ruling and dominating Mumbai Corporation, and today they have voted out of power. The standing committee was with them, the mayorship was with them, everything was with them from past 25 years. And this time they tried to make it as if it is the last election for Marathi Manas of Mumbai, which Mumbai itself has not brought their own argument. Because Mumbai believes in progress, Mumbai believes in development, and that has been the fundamental core argument of Devendra Fadnavis ji, Eknath Shinde ji, while campaigning for all the candidates in Mumbai or outside Mumbai throughout the state of Maharashtra, which is that we are going to speak about Vikas and Vikas alone. We are not going to, speak in their language. We are not going to do any appeasement whatsoever. Our one-point agenda is progress and bringing changes in the life of common man, and that is what they stuck to. And I believe the voters have voted BJP into power for this sole reason.
All right. Now, very quickly, if I can get back to you at this point, Rennie Abraham, why did we speak about this outsider syndrome as it was something that the opposition was raking? Look at West Bengal. That's what exactly Mamata Banerjee is doing. Every time the BJP goes there, the national leadership goes there, it's the outsider bogey that's raised. Is there a messaging for Mamata Banerjee, for MK Stalin and for Pinarayi Vijayan?
Sneha, you have raised a very pertinent question here. We are going to get into elections. that are forthcoming in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala, and West Bengal, which are the priority areas of Indian politics in the foreseeable future. So, to answer your question, the kind of strategy which is the old school politics of India is not really going to pay big dividends for the opposition political formations anymore. If I may, hark back to 2014, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was elected as the Prime Minister, was voted into power by a sweep, and he became the Prime Minister. The first thing he did was he changed the whole template of Indian politics, which became absolutely focused on developmental politics. So you saw massive infrastructure push, you saw huge investments that were being done. And let me tell you one simple thing. Modi changed the whole paradigm of politics in India. Because earlier to PM Modi taking over the helm of affairs, in politicians, for example, in Maharashtra, were never emphasizing on infrastructure development because they would always say, hey, wait a minute, if we do this project, we start this project, it's not going to get over in 5 years' time when we'll be up for elections again. So therefore, they were never really concerned. So they were only indulging in politics.
Would you agree with that, Jayant Menkar? Would you agree with that?
No, I mean, you see, first of all, it's a question that Thackerays, they had their own strategy in running the BMC. But simultaneously, let us accept that outsiders was their plank. It may be South Indians, it may be North Indians, but that was their plank. I mean, Marathi Manus and this particular issue were there the main things.
So, Jayant Menkar, are we agreeing on one thing? Once again, opposition has just proved one thing: they do not have their ears on the ground.
Well, I just wanted to answer about this. I want to say that Uddhav and Congress both have completely failed to understand the capacity that BJP was having and the politically what they should have thought. What I'm saying is touch and go. Had Uddhav had an alliance with Congress in place of MNS, or if you would have convinced Congress to have MNS and a three-party alliance, I'm telling you, Advocate Aniket Nikam would not have been happy because they would have lost definitely. Today they are sitting, today he is happy. The financial capital of country is in BJP's hand. It is because both Uddhav Thackeray and Congress completely failed to understand this. Actually, Uddhav could become the chief minister thanks to Congress's support. Congress was not ready to support him, but actually to keep BJP out of power, they joined. But in this situation, actually Uddhav should have gone to Congress and convinced, let me have my brother also, and I will try that
Rennie Abraham, come in. Rennie Abraham, come in.
Sneha, I would like to take issue with Jayant Menkar on what he just said. It was a fact, as I had reported back then in 2019, when the MVA government was formed. It was not the Congress party. Yes, he's right in saying that they were not willing to, install Uddhav Thackeray as the chief minister of Maharashtra. And to communicate the same thing, a senior, the late Ahmad Patel, had traveled down to Mumbai and communicated this to Sharad Pawar ji of the NCP, and he was going to do the same thing at the Tilak Bhavan Congress office in Dadar. And you won't believe it, but this is the truth. He had to beat a hasty retreat using the back exit of Tilak Bhavan because the Congress MLAs, around 20 odd of them, they just went belligerent because they wanted to get into power. So the Congress had decided not to ally with the MVA formation, which would install Uddhav Thackeray, and the emissary sent from the High Command had to beat a hasty retreat from the Congress office in Dadar. And that was engineered by Sharad Pawar, who then told the Congress High Command that, look, your 27 odd MLAs are with me. So if you will either join the government or we will form with your MLAs breaking away from Congress and we will still form government in. So the Congress was literally held to ransom, if I may put it that way, politically speaking. And that's how the MBA government came to be formed. So I strongly disagree with Jayant when he says things slightly differing from the way I am putting it across.
Okay, before I get the last word, all right, very quickly, Jayant, respond.
No, you see, one thing is certain that whatever the way backdoor retreat or whatever, Uddhav became chief minister thanks to the support of Congress. First thing, when the time came in 2026 to keep his own citadel intact, he should have realized, Uddhav should have realized.
It doesn't matter who came to power, how it came to power. What matters at this point, Jayant, is it time for a hard look yet again for the opposition to really realize that their mode of politics, that the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackere mode of politics is now past. It doesn't matter. It's immaterial for people in Maharashtra.
Neha, that's what I am saying. He was unable to convince even Congress that I should go with you, or I should go with even, or I should have.
Before I come to the last word from all of you, a very quick question to you on a very lighter note, Advocate Aniket. Have you started loving rasmalais?
See, you had said something about years not being on the ground. The problem with these opposition parties is that they have not been on ground at all. It is Netflix throughout and politics at times is what their concept is. And that's why they have got this resounding defeat. And as far as this concept of uthao lungi, bajao pungi and rasmalai, people have taken strong offense to this kind of statements. They don't like these statements anymore. Because people want to see development, people want to see things happening on the ground. I mean, you may get, give high emotional speeches, but that's okay. That's all entertainment. When it comes to work, who is going to deliver as far as work is concerned? They know it's BJP, it's Mahayuti, and that is why they have voted Mahayuti in power.
All right. I think one thing is very clear. It's a very different India that's voting, and it's a very different politics that it's voting for. The messaging, election after election, seems to get only louder and louder. And I think it's for politicians across party lines to really sit down here and to make sense of whatever democracy they can, in whatever sense they can. Because this is a fight for democracy. This is a democratic fight, if that's the best way to put it. And the results have spoken like no one else. Thank you very much to our panelists. Thank you very much, Advocate Aniket Nikam, Rennie Abraham, as well as Jayant Menkar.